Hello all. In today's session, let us start with third chapter, Basic Structural Modeling. In this chapter, I am going to discuss what is classes, what are rules and regulations to design class, certain relationships used in classes, then common mechanisms that require to draw different classes, and class diagram. Then different notations required for class diagrams and case studies related to class diagram. Outline of this session. Here I am going to cover introduction of structural modeling, classes, rules to represent classes, then how to define objects, the rules for defining objects, then different types of relationships and its rules. Now, introduction to basic structural modeling. Modeling any software system involves identifying the different things required for that system and design that system. These things form a vocabulary of the entire software system for which you are going to model or design a system. Structural modeling captures the static features of a software system. Structural modeling represents a certain framework for a system, and this framework is nothing but collection of different diagrams that are class diagram, component diagram and deployment diagram. Now class, as we all know, a class is nothing but a logical entity that works as a template or a blueprint for any kind of object. A class is group of objects with similar properties that are attributes of that object, common behavior or operations of that object, and common relationships to other objects and certain common semantics of that object. So in short, a class is nothing but collection of attributes and operations. Graphically, class is represented by a rectangular box. It gets divided into three compartments. At the top or first compartment is name for defining a class. Second compartment is collection of attributes, and third compartment is nothing but collection of different operations or behavior of that object. Now name of class. Usually class name shown as a simple names, here car or a vehicle. These are the class name and that are center aligned, and class names are usually given in a first compartment of a graphical notation. Then class name can be shown along with qualified names. Qualified names means here circle is one of the class and it belongs to or it is present in a certain component or a package, that is AWT Java. So this is a path. At this path circle class is present, or these are the certain packages where or from these packages this circle class appear. One more example is sales is a class and it is present in a business rules package. So like this, class name can be given in simple naming format or in a qualified names. Rules to represent a class graphically. First rule is class name should always start with a capital letter. Class name should be a singular. For example, vehicle. The class name should be given as a vehicle, not as a vehicles. Means there should not be S or ES form of a class name. Class name should be always singular. It should not be plural one. A class name should always be in the center of the first compartment. Means its alignment should be center alignment. Class name should always be written in a bold format. An abstract class name should be written in italic format. Here example for showing a class. Dishware is one of the class. It is having a relationship with these classes like plate and bowl as well as a material class. So dishware is one of the class. Dishware is divided into plate and bowl class. This is a symbol for generalization. At the top, general things are given, and at the bottom level, subclasses or child classes are shown here. Then this is the symbol for aggregation. Aggregation means a material is a subpart of a dishware. Means dishware is having a particular material. That material can be wood or a glass. Means dish can be having a material as a wooden or a glass here. So here again a symbol of generalization is used. Material is a general class and wood and glass are subclasses or child classes. Now second important concept, object. Object is nothing but an instance of a class. An object is having set of attributes. So an attribute is named property of a class which describes the object being model. Instance of a class usually called as an object. An object has a well-defined collection of set of behaviors. Example, here circle is a class. For circle class, object is constructed C1. C1 is an object and circle class is having set of attributes or variables as a x, y and a r value. So for this C1 object, we are initializing the terms as x value is stored as a 4, y value is stored as a 8 and radius is stored as a 5 here. So x and y is nothing but a center of a circle and r is a radius of a circle, and these are the predefined values for a object C1 here. So object is nothing but instance of a class, and the structure or notation used for defining object is first of all object name, then colon, then class name. For that C1 object we have to give attribute sets with certain defined values. So these are the attribute list and their respective values are initialized for that object. So like this object is represented here. Attributes. Attributes are defined in a class. An attribute is a name property of a class that describes a range of values that instances of a property may hold. Means for a set of attributes we can give certain ranging values. A class may have any number of attributes. An attribute name may be text. For example, customer name, customer address, phone number. These are the attributes for customer class. An attribute name is a short noun or a noun phrase that represents a class. First letter of attribute should be small. Here is an example, customer as a class name, and set of attributes are customer name, address, phone number, email ID. Here visibility for the attributes are given and their data types are mentioned after colon. Characteristics of attributes. An attribute are generally written along with a visibility factor. Visibilities are nothing but private, public and protected, and package are 4 visibilities and that are denoted by minus, plus, hash or a tilde sign respectively. Visibility describes the accessibility of an attribute of a class, means that attribute is accessible in which particular region, that is mentioned through visibility. Attributes must have a meaningful name that describes the use of it in a class. Operations or methods defined in a class. An operation is the implementation of a service that can be requested from any object of a class to affect the behavior of an object. Operations is an abstraction of something you can do an object that is shared by all the objects of a class. Means what is the behavior of a class of an object that is shown by operations. A class may have any number of operations or no operations at all. We can say the name for operation or a method or a function or a behavior of a class. And usually operations are given in a third compartment of a class notation. Example, rectangle is a class with a set of operations like add, move, isEmpty are the methods or operations of a rectangle class. Now next important concept, relationships. In UML, a relationship is a connection among different things. In object-oriented modeling, there are three types of relationships that are dependency, generalization, and association. In previous chapter, we have already discussed these three types of relationships. Here some more features are discussed. An example of relationship here. Here window is a class. For window class, two methods are open window and close window. Open and close are the operations of window. Then first type of relationship is here dependency. Dotted line is a dependency relationship and it is relate with or it is get connect with event class. Means in window class and event class there is a type of relationship that is dependency. Certain event is going to be carried out which is based on window. Then second relationship is shown here, generalization, with this triangular symbol. In general, the topmost class is a general class, that is window class, and it is divided into two classes, that is console window or a dialog box is a one type of a window. So these are the child classes of a window class. So main class and its subclasses, this type of relationship is shown by generalization. Then third type of relationship is association. Association means connection between two components. So dialog box and control are two classes and they are joined with a special relationship, that is a association relationship. So this is one of the example. In this example, all the three types of relationships are shown. Now first type of relationship, dependency. Dependency, in this relationship, change in specification of one element may affect another element that uses that particular class. For example, change of channel affect the display of television. Means through remote control, through remote we are changing the channel and based on that the television screen is going to be changed. So there is a dependency between a class, remote and a television. A dependency is a relationship that states that one thing uses the information and services of another class. It is a connection between a class that only uses another class as a parameter to a operation. We can give a naming conventions to show a dependency relation on a diagram. However, this type of relationship is a weaker relationship. Dependency indicates that one class depends on another class. Now example of dependency relationship. Here television screen is a one class and channel is a another class. Television screen depends on channel. Means dependency relationship is what? Change on one element affect on another element. As we change a television channel, it affect on display screen of television. So there is a dependency between these two classes. One more example, course schedule is depend on course class. As we change the course, obviously course schedule is going to be changed. So this type of relationship is dependency relationship here. Now second type of relationship, generalization. A generalization is a relationship between a very general things called as superclass, and at the bottom level more specific things are mentioned that are say as a subclasses or child classes. Generalization is a relationship between a superclass and a subclass. It is a kind of relationship. It shows a parent-child relationship. A class without subclass is called as a leaf class. Means bottom level classes are usually say as leaf classes. There are no further exploration for the bottom level classes. Generalization are used to show inheritance mechanism. An example for generalization. Here the top level class is college streams. College streams having an attribute S name, that is stream name of string type, and accept is a method present in a college stream. So top level or a super class is college streams. This is a symbol for triangular, is a symbol for generalization. Then these college streams having different types of streams like science stream, art stream and commerce stream. So these are the subclasses. Then again commerce class is divided into further classes that are BCA, BCom and BBA. So here at the top super class is college streams, and at bottom level various classes are shown and that are joined through a generalization symbol, that is a empty triangular symbol. This is an example of an inheritance. Here this inheritance is hierarchical inheritance. In this example, science, arts, BCA, BCom, BBA are leaf classes. Leaf classes means after that no more subclasses are present here. Then one more example for generalization. Here movie is one of the class, and movie can be of type horror movie or a action movie. It is connected by a generalization symbol. Then DVD movie is also one type is mentioned here. Like this, a parent class and its child classes are get connected through a symbol or through a relationship, that is a generalization relationship. Now third kind of relationship is association or a connection between elements. An association is a structural relationship that specifies that objects of one thing are get connected to objects of another thing. An association connects two or more classes, which means objects of both the classes can communicate with each other. An association may be binary association or n-ary association. Binary association means connection or relationship between two classes, that is a binary association, and one class maybe get connect with many classes, n number of classes, then that type of association is n-ary association. Now example here, person is a one class and company is a second class, and there is an association between a person class and a company class. That association is shown by this solid line, and the name for this association is given as a work for. So how this is read? Person work for company. A person work for company, and here direction is mentioned, means a direction or flow is from person class to company class. Association name is given as a work for. So this is an example of binary association because in this association two classes are present, that is person class and company class. Now some of the important mechanisms that can be used with association. First one is name. We can give naming conventions for association relationship. Name describes the nature of relationship, direction we intend to read the name. Example, student is a one class and college is another class. A relationship or association name is takes admission, and this triangular symbol shows a direction. How it should be read? Student takes admission in college. So this association name is given as a take admission. We are giving a naming convention for this association, that is takes admission. One more important term used with association, that is multiplicity. Multiplicity specifies the range of allowable associated classes, or we can say multiplicity shows the mapping cardinality among the classes. Person and company are two classes. How this can be read? One or many person. One or many person working in one particular company. So this mapping cardinality is shown by this one dot dot star, that is one or many person working in one particular company. Then we can mention a role for respective classes also. For person class, the role of person is employee. So person class is having a role employee and company class is having a role as an employer. Employer means who facilitate or provides the job. So role names are given with a textual sign, that is employee and employer are the roles of respective classes. For association relationship, we can show naming convention, that is the name of association, multiplicity of association, or a role of association. Some more examples for showing multiplicity: instructor and department class. One or many instructors instruct to one or many department, or we can say one or many instructors assigned to one or many department. Then student and subject class, multiplicity is shown as one or many students takes 0 or 5 subjects. So these are the two examples for showing the multiplicity. Now certain adornments for multiplicity: 0 dot dot 1. Such an adornment can be added on an association relationship. Its meaning is 0 or 1. 1 means exactly 1. 0 dot dot star means 0 or more values. Star means 0 or more. 1 dot dot star means one or more things are related. 1 dot dot 6 means that component is related to 1 to 6 values. Like this we can add the adornment as 1 dot dot 3, 7 dot dot 10, 15, 19 dot dot star. Its meaning is 1 to 3 or 7 to 10 or 15 or exactly 15 exactly or 19 to many. Like this, such adornments can be added on a association as a multiplicity factor. Now different types of association. Association means connection between one or more elements. First type of association is reflexive association. In reflexive association, the links are between the objects of the same classes. In other words, it can be said that reflexive association consists of the same classes at both the ends. An object can also be termed as instance in an example. Now consider a class fruit and its associated classes are mango and orange. So mango and orange are relate with the same class, that is a fruit class. So there is a reflexive association between a fruit class and a mango and orange class. Means two or more classes which are related or belongs to the same class, then such a relationship can be shown as a reflexive relationship or association. Second type of association, directed association. As the name suggests here, the directed association is related to the direction of flow within a association classes. In a directed association, the flow is directed in certain direction. The association from one class to another class flows in a single direction only. It is denoted using a solid line with an arrowhead or with a field triangular symbol. Now example, technician and vehicle class. Technician inspects vehicle and the flow is shown by this field triangular symbol. Now third type of association, n-ary association. An n-ary association element is used to model complex relationships between three or more elements in a class diagram. It is not a commonly employed device but can be used to good effect where there is a dependent relationship between several number of elements. It is generally used with association connector, but the relationships can include other types of connectors also. Now example, company, employee and salary. These are related to each other and they are connected with a n-ary association with a triangular diamond symbol. So this diamond symbol and respective three classes are get connected to each other through this association line. So n-ary association means connection between three or more classes. One more type of relationship, that is aggregation. Aggregation is a special type of association. An aggregation describes a group of objects and how they interact with each other. Aggregation protects the integrity of assembly of objects by defining a single point of control called as aggregation in the object that represents the respective assembly. Aggregation also uses the control object to decide how the assembled objects respond to changes or instructions that might affect the collection of objects. It supports whole part principle. It is denoted by a diamond symbol. College and a department. These are the two classes. One college has one or many department. Now some examples of aggregation. One college has one or many departments. This is aggregation. Whole thing is college and its subpart is department. Then one more example, pond and duck. One pond have one or many duck. So this is shown by aggregation relationship. One specialized type of relationship is composition. Composition supports a part-whole principle, but part is a compulsory. Part relationship is compulsory here. Example, one car has one carburetor. Means compulsory carburetor is present for a car. So this compulsory relationship or compulsory part is shown by a composition symbol and it is a field diamond symbol. Like this we can show association, aggregation and composition relationship. Now certain rotations we are revising again here. That symbols are shown like association, inheritance, realization, dependency, aggregation and composition. These are the graphical notations. Now here we have discussed about association. Association is nothing but connection among elements, that is shown by solid line. Then aggregation. Aggregation is a special kind of association which shows whole part principle, and it is denoted by diamond symbol. And composition. Composition is a special type of aggregation which shows the compulsory subpart of a main system, and it is denoted by a solid diamond symbol. So such relationships can be included on a class diagram. So in this session I have discussed about class, rules and regulations to define class, objects, its rules, different types of relationships and certain common mechanisms which can be included along with relationship. So here we end up the session. Thank you.